Good morning, everyone. I really hope everyone had a really nice and restful spring break. Welcome back. We only have 5 days. We only have 5 days remaining in the marking period. We had a pretty restful, nice spring break. Didn't go anywhere, just stuck around the house, got some home projects done. If you remember before the break, I showed you how messed up this little fence got. Pulled that out of the ground, cleaned it up a little bit, gave it a fresh coat of white paint. Had to screw these support pieces back together. You can see it's the support piece that goes into the ground, and then the fence piece, and then the little decorative front piece. So the screw goes into all three, holds it nice and firm. Took a stake, hammered it in to the ground to make a little guide hole for the posts. Not too complicated. Nice little decorative thing in the yard. Went down to Tractor Supply, picked up a horse stall mat. These are rubber mats meant for horses to stand on, but it's really thick, like dense rubber, and it's really good to protect the concrete on the floor if you use metal weights. So I cut that up and made myself a little deadlift platform. Our garage is used for a lot of different things, so I can't just leave a giant rubber mat in the middle of the floor. So I cut it up into squares and then put a little shelf on the wall where I can stack all the pieces when I'm not using it. For these little skinny shelves, I used a 1/2 inch round head screw, Phillips head, but then into the wall are these 1.5 inch Torx screws. But it works great with the little squares. You can do a variety of different workouts right on the concrete floor and not have to worry about hurting yourself on the concrete. I had some old pallets behind the garage, broke those up. Something really interesting you should know, I've said this before, I want to remind you, if you ever use pallets for anything, you got to read the code that they print on the side. And there's a whole meaning to all these letters and numbers. Look those up. Make sure that whatever you're dealing with isn't treated with a chemical if you're dealing with pallet wood. Very good tip. We had some cooler weather, but it was pretty nice, so I hope you got outside and enjoyed some of the sunshine. If you did anything interesting, I'd love to hear about it on the Google Meet, so please let me know if you did anything interesting over spring break you want to share. We can talk about that in the Google Meet. Make sure that you've got your project from the school, take it home, sand it really nice. You can tell in the picture if it's not sanded. It's got to get all the tool marks out. If you didn't get a chance to pick it up before the break, right now, talk to your family about how you can get to the school and pick up the project. If you're working on your project, if it was sanded and partially painted and it's at the school still like you're working on it before, we'll have time when we go back in person next week to finish that up. The new thing today is we're going to start talking about the documentation portion of it. Are you done? This guy. Anyway, that'll wrap it up for today. Everybody, hope you had a great spring break. Remember, Morristown cares about you. I care about you. Be excellent to each other.